In this video, we will be combining like terms. So our goal by the end of this is to simplify expressions by combining like terms. So if you see this example down here, 2x squared plus 3x minus 4x squared, by the end of this, we will be able to turn that into negative 2x squared plus 3x. Okay, let's get a couple vocab words kind of solid before we begin. So we're going to look at the parts of an expression. A couple parts we need to know. To combine like terms, it helps to know what a term is. So in this expression, we have three different terms. We have negative 3x squared is one term, 4x is another term, and 2 is another term. So each of these three is a term, which are numbers and variables separated by addition or subtraction. A couple other just quick reminders is that this negative 3 and the 4 are called coefficients. And then this 2 here, I'll get a different color. This 2 right here is called an exponent. Just so we are all on the same page, these are three vocab words I will be using extensively throughout this video. Now that we remember what a term is, let's talk about like terms. So what makes a term, like two terms, like versus not like, and why is that important? Like terms are terms that have the same variable and the same exponent on the variable. So take a moment and write that down. Right, so it's not a one or the other thing. It has to be both. It has to be the same variable and the same exponent. So for example, if I were to give you x squared and x cubed, those are not like variable or not like terms because they do not have the same exponent. So not like. However, if I give you x squared and negative 4x squared, now they are like terms because the variable x is the same and the exponent on the x is the same. However, that exponent has to be on the variable. So if I give you like 2 squared and 2x squared, right? There's a lot of similarities there, but in this case, the 2 exponent applies to the x. In this case, there's not even a variable to have an exponent on, so these are not like. Last one for this, I could have terms that have the same exponent, and the exponent could be on a variable, but maybe those variables are different. So if I give you x squared and y squared, right, those are still not like terms because even though the exponent 2 is the same, the variable that they apply to is not. One variable is an x, the other variable is a y. Okay, it could be more than 2 as well, so let's do one more example. Out of 2, 2x, negative y, x cubed, 1/2 x, and let's leave it at that. Which of those are like variables? Alright, so I'm looking for the same variable, like terms. It could be x and 2x, and one last one, this 1/2 x, all the way at the end. Okay, and now that we know what like terms are, we can get to combining. Alright, let's start combining. So the point of this is that in an expression, after identifying like terms, you can add or subtract them to simplify an expression. Right? We're trying to take it from lots of terms to as few terms as possible. So in this first example that I have written, x plus 2x minus 7, we're going to first identify our like terms, including the sign in front of it. So in this case, x and positive 2x are like terms, and that means I can add those up. So x plus 2x, remember there's an invisible one here, we're going to add their coefficients, so 1 plus 2, and that becomes the new coefficient to x. So this becomes 3x minus 7. Right, and again, those two being added resulted in 3x. Okay, done with that one. Let's go on to another example. 2x minus 5x plus 2y. Again, first identifying the like terms. In this case, 2x and negative 5x. And I'm going to combine 2 and negative 5, so 2 minus 5 gives us our new coefficient, negative 3, with the same variable. And we just bring down the plus 2y. Okay, let's do 2 more examples. In the next example, we have 7x squared plus 3x plus 4 plus 2x plus 1. In this case, we have 2 sets of like terms. The first set being with the variable x, so positive 3x and positive 2x. In addition, constants can be like terms. So just like our normal adding positive 4 and positive 1. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and combine those, which means some way of either adding or subtracting. The 7x squared comes straight on down. Positive 3x plus 2x, I add those coefficients to get my new coefficient of 5. The variable stays the same. And 4 plus 1 is also 5. And our last example, we have negative 11x minus 4x plus 2x. So we have all 3 of these are actually like terms. But now I'm dealing with some negative numbers. So let's just be really careful as we go ahead and add those. I'm going to do negative 11 minus 4 to get my new coefficient of negative 15x. And I just did one step at a time here to show you my work. You may be able to do that all at once. Next up, we're going to do still like terms, negative 15x plus 2x results in negative 13x, and that is fully simplified.